There's two types of people in this world, the rich and the fucked. You know, I don't understand how people don't understand the implications of capitalism, the implicit, inherent implications of capitalism. Somebody getting exploited and somebody doing the exploiting. Like, it's funny when I hear people defending capitalism as if capitalism at its peak, at its pinnacle, is not slavery. Because, you know, you hear all this talk about jobs. Oh, we need more jobs, you know, minimum wage. We need to raise the minimum wage, and, you know, better social safety nets and health care. But what you're doing is you're trying to reform something that is literally designed to function that way. And capitalism is about maximizing profits and minimizing the costs. And what is the best way to do that? Slaves. They do all the work and you don't gotta pay them jack shit. Why do you think this fucking country started off with fucking slaves? Because it's profitable, it's great for business. People don't understand when they say great for business. They don't think they understand what that means. Slavery is great for business. You know? It's funny how all of this stuff in, you know, Western civilization, you know, all of these luxuries, if you will, and this lifestyle, you know, people don't like to talk about the dark side of it, you know? The fact that all of these products that you have, that you're bragging about, that you have this culture about having more than the next person and keeping up with the Joneses, you don't realize that a child slave in a sweatshop had to make that by hand for nothing. You don't realize that, you know, you don't realize the implications of all of this, all of these things, you know. You don't realize it. You don't realize that the people that were the victims of institutional poverty, of systematic poverty, who couldn't get a job based off their socioeconomic background, so were backed into the corner, perhaps turned to crime, went to jail, you know. Now they're working for the same corporations that wouldn't give them a job out in the free world, but now they're doing it for free, or for fucking literally pennies a fucking hour. They don't realize that all of these immigrants that y'all talking about, all these immigrants build a wall and all of this bullshit, keep the immigrants out. Y'all don't realize that the majority of the agricultural industry and tons of other industries are built off the backs of these immigrants, because they're doing the work for little to shit pay. There's nobody else to do it, and it's cheaper. And when you say you're outsourcing, you're getting mad at immigrants because they're outsourcing the jobs and they're taking our jobs. No. The owner of the corporation intentionally gave the immigrant the job because it's cheaper, because that's what capitalism is about. It's all about that bottom line, folks. It's all about that bottom line, maximizing profits. It's all about the money, man. Why the hell would I pay this motherfucker this amount of money when I can pay him peanuts and get the same damn job done? Probably more. They don't realize that America, with only 4% of the world's population, has over 25% of the world's prisoners. They don't realize the fact that the prison industrial complex, that these prisons are privately owned and for profit. They don't realize that these police officers have a quota. It's not about protecting and serving the people. It's about protecting and serving the government. They don't realize that it's not about fighting crime. No. You create the problem, then create the solution. And then say you saved the day. You create crime, you create environments that create crime, and then you lock the people up so you can make money off of it, so you can fund this economy. You can create this economy of employing prison workers and putting drugs on the street so people can sell the drugs, so you can lock the drug dealers up, so you can extort the drug dealers, so then you can go ahead and then bring drugs into the prison system, so you can make money there, because it's all about money. It's not about no fucking morality. It's not about compassion. It's not about altruism. It's not about none of that bullshit on the surface that they taught you, that they try to make this facade that it's all about being a productive member of society. It's not about none of that bullshit. It's about money. So these police officers have a quota. We have to arrest a certain amount of people per month or per week, whatever the fuck. Doesn't matter if people are actually committing crimes. No, we're gonna make this amount of arrests so we can make money. So it's not about fucking justice. It's not about fucking justice, it's about fucking money. Don't even get me started on the war on drugs. Fucking war on fucking drugs. Really? You've been fighting the fucking war on drugs for fucking 60-something years? Motherfucker, y'all can't keep drugs out of schools. You can't keep people are gonna do drugs, first of all. Right? Even if you make drugs illegal, people are gonna still find a way to get them. Doesn't matter, it doesn't fucking matter. But you make it, the legality is fucking irrelevant, right? The fact that the war on drugs is an epic failure and obviously just a ploy to implement government-sanctioned racism, right? To lock up certain people. The fact that they assist in bringing in the drugs, they literally bring in the drugs, right? They're paid off by the drug dealers. The fact that the whole entire justice system obviously corrupt. It's pay to win, pay to play, pay to win. What I don't understand is you saying this war on drugs, war on drugs, war on drugs. That's all I keep hearing, war on drugs. But how the hell is drugs a multi-trillion-dollar industry? That's funny, man. War on drugs. Why is there a war on drugs? It obviously isn't that you care about the well-being of the people doing the drugs or even selling the drugs. Because if that's the case, then why is alcohol and cigarettes legal? Why is alcohol and tobacco legal? Those kill hundreds of thousands every year, millions. Why are these pharmaceuticals legal? They don't actually help anyone. Pharmaceuticals. A lot of these pharmaceuticals that can actually be, they actually have some cures, but it makes more money to just sell you a treatment than a cure. These pharmaceuticals kill hundreds of thousands of people every year. They still sell them. So it's obviously not about the well-being of the citizens, right? Big Pharma, I mean, they're raking in the dough selling pharmaceuticals. You know, it's funny because if you take a step back and look at the system and how it's set up and the rules in which you are confined to play the game by, you look at them through a critical lens, and you realize how rigged it is. The fact that they expect you to be poor. They expect you to be poor. Like if you make a big purchase, let's say you make a purchase of over, I don't know, $10,000 cash. The IRS is alerted, the government is alerted. Why? Because they're thinking, wait, our system is designed to make you broke and keep you poor. How the hell you got all of this money? How in the hell did you, in our system, designed to keep you in poverty? It's designed to keep you impoverished. How do you have that much money? You must have cheated the system. Like we did, but oh, wait. We're allowed to. Because we created the system. We perpetuate the system. We rule the system. Right? They expect you to be poor. You know, you ever notice how the default source of income is a job? All right, let's break down. What's a job? The colloquial use of the word means working for a corporation. What's a corporation? Corporation is just some guy that started a business, a group of people that started a business. But the way they set it up is, the way they make it out to be as if a corporation is this set in stone entity backed by the government. But it's actually not that. It's not supposed to be, at least. But oh wait, it is, because it's crony capitalism. With the government, big corporations, buddy, man, they're in cahoots, buddy. They got each other's backs. So that's why they perpetuate this whole get a job thing. Get a job so you can work for the corporations. You work for these corporations. Really, you're owned by the corporations because you're dedicating time. You're not working for money. You're spending time. You're wasting time. You're not getting paid by effort. You're paying them with your time. Because it doesn't matter how hard you work in your 8-12-hour shift. Your paycheck is preset based on the amount of hours that you work. A lot of them don't allow overtime. You got to work a certain amount of hours. They literally implement systems. They literally implement ways in which they can fuck you over. They can screw you over. You know, we want you to work just this amount, just right above the amount, to where we don't have to give you any health care or any type of safety net or anything. You know why? Because they're exploiting you, jackass. When you go to work stressed, depressed, hating life for a company that doesn't give a fuck about you, that if you drop dead right now, they'll replace you within a fucking week. Won't give a fuck about your family. None of that shit. They don't give a fuck about you. You're just a pawn. You're a cog in the system. A easily replaceable drone. A tool they can just use when they're done with you, toss you to the fucking side. Never gonna get rich working a damn 9-to-5 job. Being a fucking another man's worker, being another man's flunky, lackey. You know, I hear all this talk about minimum wage, raise the minimum wage. You know, fuck the minimum wage. Fuck a job. People don't realize, like, you're begging for slavery. Like, you're begging for slavery, because it doesn't matter if they raise a minimum fucking wage. It's minimum wage. Like, the bigger picture that you're missing is the fact that they're trying to pay you literally as least as possible for the same amount of work. They're literally trying to work you for as literally legally least amount of money that they can possibly give you. Like, that's the point that people should be putting their attention on. These service jobs where, well, we don't actually have to pay you the minimum wage because you get tips. You know, we can pay you fucking $2 an hour, fucking slaving for us. Cause, man, we're just trying to, really, we wouldn't pay you shit if we could. But, you know, we got to make it look like we at least somewhat care about our citizens. Keep saying tax the rich, tax the rich. They tax the rich, but the rich find loopholes so they don't have to pay taxes, because that's what you can do when you're rich. You know, because in capitalism, it's not a meritocracy. If you're rich, the system is blatantly in your favor. You can blatantly just cheat the system, you know, because you're rich. You don't have to. See, you should think about it like this. Now, every situation you should stop and think, now how would a poor man handle this? You know, chances are it's going to be different than what an average Joe 9-to-5 worker would handle it. You know, that's the perks of being rich in capitalism, because capitalism, about money, man. That's all it's about. It doesn't matter, fucking matter how you get the money. You know, doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. Go rob a fucking bank, sell drugs. It's still money. Minimum wage, raise the minimum wage. I don't give a fuck about minimum wage, man. They're just begging for a longer chain. Come on, please, Martha. Please, Martha. Give me a longer chain. Give me a longer chain. I don't want a fucking chain. So I'm not a goddamn slave. Fucking, come on, man. I don't want to fucking change. Then there's incentivized poverty. All right. Your bullshit job doesn't pay you enough to afford basic necessities. So the government says, you know what, man? We got this little safety net, little thing, man. We can help you out, man. Give you a little hand. But the thing about it is, you gotta be a single parent, man, with a bunch of kids, man. You gotta be single, and gotta make this certain amount of money. So if you make just 1 cent over that threshold, then you're gonna have to pay up all of this stuff out of pocket. Which are empty. Your pockets are empty because your job doesn't pay you enough. Your job pays you scraps. So it's either take the scraps and try to struggle paying for everything, or be stuck in a fucking rut being poor because the government incentivized it. The government gave you an incentive to struggle. Oh man, I can't afford this, man. I can't afford healthcare because we don't have universal healthcare, man. And I had to pay for it out of pocket, man, because I can't. I make 1 cent too much, man, to qualify for this, this safety net, man. And I don't have enough money, man. So I guess I'm just gonna have to fucking, operate surgery on my fucking self because I can't afford the shit, man. I'm just gonna have to fucking die, man, because I can't afford my medication, man. And I guess I'm just gonna have to let my fucking heart explode and just drop dead because I can't afford to fucking live. I can't afford to exist. But you know what, man? I can't even afford to die, man, because of the fucking funeral costs and all that shit, man. I'm just fucked, man. I'm just fucking fucked, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I can't even get a job, man, because I'm a felon, man, because I got caught. They said I got caught with some weed, man. Got caught with some drugs, man, with some crack, man. But I didn't even have crack, man, because, they just planted it on me, man. But I couldn't afford a lawyer, man, because, I'm poor. And, had to get a public pretender, man. And, you know how they go, man. They fucking, having some under the table, having some under the table talk, man, some under the table deals, man, with the DAs, and the justice system is corrupt, man. I got locked up, man. I'm a felon, man. It's on my record, man. I can't get a job, man. And they want you to get a job, but I can't get a job. So how else am I gonna survive? How else am I gonna survive, man? How, man? How do they expect me to survive? Yeah, fuck it, man. I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I gotta do something drastic, man. I gotta fucking sell drugs, man, or rob a bank, man, or just do some crime, man. What if I get caught? Then I'm gonna go to jail. And I'm gonna be fucking locked in chains, man, in a cage, man. They're gonna lock me in a cage. Then I'm gonna have to work for those same corporations that wouldn't hire me because I was a felon on the streets. In the free world, they wouldn't hire me because they said I was a felon, but now I'm actually an inmate in prison, and now they got me doing the same work for pennies a fucking hour. Yeah, man, I guess I'm just gonna have to starve to death because I just got laid off. Just got laid off. And, I couldn't afford the education, man. Couldn't afford it, man. And,
I'm also a felon, man. Just can't get another. I can't get a job now, man. And I guess I'll just have to starve to death because I can't afford anything because you know how that works. And I'm just gonna have to starve to death, man. It's funny how they say they're trying to end poverty, trying to fight poverty, but you're the reason why it exists. And your attempts, your so-called attempts, have been futile. You're literally the reason why it exists. Literally. You perpetuate the system that perpetuates poverty. Because in capitalism, someone has to have the stuff and someone goes without. It's the inherent nature of it, man. That's how I feel about it. Just do what the rich do. Just exploit, manipulate, steal. Get your way, man. Just go have your way. Just go at it, man. Go nuts, man. Go fucking haywire, man. Just wreak havoc, man. Just do it, man. Might as well just start a fucking riot. Might as well just resist and just refuse and just say, I'm not having it. Just come together as a cohesive unit and say, I'm not going to work today. Like the whole entire country, the whole entire world. We're not taking the bullshit. We're not taking the bullshit. We're not taking this. We're tired of getting fucked, eating scraps. So at the end of the day, this shit goes down in history, man. You can either be the disenfranchised group that doesn't get included in history, or it can be the person that writes the history books. You can just say, fuck this shit, man. Well, fuck all of these sheep, fuck all these dumbass drones, fuck all these NPCs, fuck all of these dumbass morons, these idiots, these imbeciles. Fuck it. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? What person do you want to be? A person that spent their entire lives working a job that they hate, working a 9-to-5 job they hate, being miserable, stressed and depressed, doing some chores, paying bills? Or do you want to be a person that took over the fucking world?